everyone. Welcome to the TSA San Diego IPL 2020 Annual Awards Ceremony. Thank you so much for coming. This event is being live streamed via WebEx and also recorded for later viewing because obviously all of our officers could not come and all of our colleagues could not come to the event due to our COVID. But just a few logistics before we start. Please silence your cell phones so that you don't hear them. And then also, when you pick up logistics when you pick up your award, then you can go back to your seat. We'll stand over in the area by the flag, and obviously you can't shake hands, but we can honor each other and smile. And Ronzell will be taking pictures of us. So. I would like to start this with the Pledge of Allegiance, so if we would all stand and take the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, good morning. As you know, I'm Katie Conan, the Federal Security Director here at San Diego International Airport and Imperial County Airport. Again, I want to thank you for joining us today for the 2020 Annual Awards Ceremony. And I'm so that you can hear me better. This ceremony recognizes and acknowledges TSA personnel and our partners at San Diego and Imperial County Airports for their exceptional achievements and contributions to the success of our security mission over the past year. This ceremony is normally held in January so that we can recognize our honorees, but our COVID-19 pandemic prevented us from coming together at that time. Even today as we gather, we do so while social distancing 6 feet from one another and limiting the size of the audience for this ceremony. We do not want to have anyone miss the opportunity to see the ceremony, so we're holding the WebEx live and we are recording the ceremony. Additionally, we're taking still photographs to document the event for the monthly newsletter and put it on the TSA app. We want to make sure that in spite of COVID-19, we recognize the team at San Diego and Imperial County who were able to meet our mission and acted above and beyond in these difficult times. The success of our mission requires tremendous team effort and the ongoing commitment and contribution to each and every TSA employee, as well as the support of our many transportation stakeholders and partners. I'm extremely proud of our collective accomplishments over the year and grateful for everyone here today and those who could not join us for their part in keeping the traveling public safe and secure. During 2020, we saw a dramatic decrease in passenger traffic at San Diego. We went from screening as many as 45,000 passengers and 12,000 bags per day in 2019 to 1,200 passengers and 200 bags a day in the lowest point of the pandemic, which was in April 2020. Our officers have been diligent in coming to work and providing for the safety of the traveling public. I'm very proud of our team for carefully following our infection control measures and for taking care of each other to reduce the spread of the virus. I know this was a tremendously difficult situation for all of you. Throughout the pandemic, however, the accomplishments and successes of our San Diego team represent the best of us and is, I hope, as much a source of pride and inspiration for all of you as it is for me. Consider the adaptability, flexibility, and teamwork that has gone into our response to the pandemic. We rolled out plexiglass barriers, set up systems to manage and distribute PPE, and provided vast amounts of weather and safety leave to minimize the exposure to our team members. We had developed a few methods of predicting passenger loads, closed and reopened checkpoints, and found the time to partner with the airport to open our new Zebra and inline system at Baggage 5. Our screening operations, leadership, STSOs, TSMs were always there providing stability, guidance, and support to our team. The number of challenges they faced and overcame over the last year is extraordinary, and we really appreciate their commitment and hard work. Our mission support team was terrific, and over the course of the year, especially our payroll team, who overcame the extraordinary challenges brought about by the COVID situation to ensure that everyone was paid when they added a new leave to the system of weather and safety. And they also kept track of the people who became ill during the pandemic. The list goes on, but clearly the entire team met all challenges and lives up to the ideal of mission support. Our training team showed their dedication throughout the summer and did a tremendous job as we ramped up CT training, completed the national training plan ahead of schedule, improved our baggage screening capability by providing EDS training to about 30 officers, and helped communicate the many SOP changes that came with the efforts to deal with COVID. Our STIs, ATIs, and OJT coaches showed their commitment by being on site and training throughout the pandemic, foregoing weather and safety leave to accomplish their part of the mission. My special note of thanks goes to Lori and to Sean, who stepped up and led the program in the absence of a training manager. Our compliance team did their part in conducting over 375 inspections and engaging our stakeholders in 750 outreaches over the course of the year. Additionally, the compliance team initiated approximately 153 civil enforcement cases involving prohibited items discovered at the TSA screening checkpoint and other violations such as circumvention of security procedures and TWIC access control procedures. TSIs also conducted numerous high visibility activities and discovered several private charter operations were operating out of San Diego with minimal notice to the FSD. Private charter operations involved transporting several foreign nationals who served as crew members on board 3 cruise ships docked at the port of San Diego after several months stranded at sea due to the COVID pandemic. TSIs conducted applicable inspection activities to ensure the aircraft operator's security requirements were carried out accordingly. I would also like to offer special thanks to my executive assistant, Mari Mosega, and the members of the mission support team who worked so hard to make this event possible. Our sincere thanks to the Airport Authority for providing the space and those members of the TSA staff that organized this event and made it look so nice in our closed checkpoint. So thank you very much. The first award that I will present is our Partnership Awards. The members of the Partnership Awards will not be with us today, but we will be giving their award to them directly, and we will also gave one of the awards today at the LAMC meeting that was about an hour ago. So they're aware of it, but we want to make sure you all know what they got. This particular award recognizes industry partners and other government employees whose accomplishment and excellence in performance distinctly benefit the interests of the United States and clearly TSA's mission to protect the nation's transportation systems while significantly enhancing TSA's ability to achieve its strategic goals. This year we have 3 partnership recipients. The first one is going to Alaska Airlines and the manager, Julie Saron, and American Airlines, Pam Bozen. Before and during the most difficult months of 2020, Alaska Airlines under the leadership of Julie and American Airlines under the leadership of Pam showed the incredible value of our working relationship with various stakeholders in the airport community. Like other airlines, both provided ongoing information about flight cancellations, capability limitations, schedule and service changes, and passenger loads. TSA and the airport were simultaneously working on a renewal of the Terminal 2 East baggage system, as well as trying to find ways to save resources. Both airlines stepped up to coordinate early shutdowns of baggage screening and shuttling bags to Terminal 1 for screening, as well as manually transporting bags when equipment was overloaded or inoperable in a full construction zone. To help the airport concession partners and TSA to save resources and minimize COVID exposure, Alaska and American shut down and temporarily relocated all their lobby and baggage operations west end of the terminal. This was a huge logistical lift for them and only to be repeated when they returned back after several months. It was a critical action in support of timely completion of the Baggage 5 project, which has brought a gleamingly new screening area and optimized screening systems in support of tighter baggage security and future airport growth. Julie and Pam, along with their dedicated teams, are recipients of the TSA 2020 Partnership Award. I'd like to thank them for that. Our next award goes to Mr. Jack Clark from Leidos. Mr. Clark from Leidos is the site lead for TSA passenger equipment deployment in San Diego and has worked on numerous checkpoint projects, including expanding P5, AIT installation, pilot equipment, and X-ray removals and installations. In 2020, he managed the completion of one of the most challenging and logistically difficult jobs to date, 5 Smith CT x-rays at 4 different checkpoints. This project involved more components like floor and electrical loading and seismic anchors, along with additional permitting tasks that have been unnecessary in previous projects. He overcame each obstacle, directing contractors, inspectors, and engineers chasing down documents and explaining technical issues and obtaining various approval and sign-offs. Just as the installation began, so did the pandemic breakdown. In spite of being from the East Coast, Jack committed to continue traveling to San Diego to supervise his work. His dedication to prioritizing this job was key to the successful deployment of a new, more secure and efficient technology. This partnership is a great example of how we work together through adversity. The next category that we are going to give out awards is core values, and the presenter will be Jill Owen, who is our new AFSD for mission support. Jill.
Thank you, Katie, and welcome everyone. I am delighted to be here. I am new, and I'd like to make a quick shout out to the administrative officer, Ann Killian, who did hold the reins for over a year until I got here, and without her help, I would still be swimming in my own sweat. So thank you, Ann. I really appreciate it. So today I'd like to introduce the Core Values Award. This award recognizes individual employees for visibly demonstrating TSA core values of integrity, respect, and commitment. This year we have 6 core value recipients. I will present the first award, followed by AFSD Screening's Paul Leonard and AFSD Bill Parton Compliance. So for the core value for mission support, I'd like to award the HR Administrative Assistant Katie Douglas. As Katie comes up here. Every day, Katie models TSA core values in a way that is unassuming and uplifting. She has distinguished herself as an energetic, intelligent, flexible, and willing self-starter. Having joined the HR team just days before the announcement of the COVID-19 pandemic, Katie was trained almost exclusively remotely, and despite the environmental challenges, she maintained a contagious level of flexibility and enthusiasm. Katie is a dedicated professional who maintains high standards of conduct, holds herself accountable for producing a quality work product, demonstrates compassion for those with whom she works, strives for growth and excellence, and actively looks for ways in which to improve the support we provide to the overall workforce. Please welcome me with congratulating Katie Douglas for the Core Values Award. Now I'd like to turn it over to the AFSD for screening, Mr. Paul Leonard.
Feels good to get that mask off. Good morning, everybody. It is really an honor for me to be with you today and recognize some really amazing folks. I think we have a team that is from start to finish full of amazing people. And I guess in a universe of brightly shining stars, the folks we're going to recognize today are shining just a little bit brighter and caught our attention. So we're really here to honor everybody. But let's start with this individual. The words highly motivated and very enthusiastic are great for describing Joseph Canetti. As someone who is very dedicated to accomplishing the mission at Baggage 3, Joe exhibits TSA's core values daily. He rarely misses work and is an ever-present member of the B3 team. He often willingly takes on tasks of acting LTSO by performing calibrations, collecting and entering data, coming in early and staying late. Never one to shy away from work, you can often see Joe tackling a pile of oversized bags or stepping up with alternative screening when equipment is down. He is always highly engaged in the operation. Joseph Canetti is a great example of what TSA's core values stand for. Congratulations. Our next core value recipient is TSO Elmer Dongan. Elmer Dongan distinguishes himself by providing outstanding leadership and support to the TSA mission. His willingness to share his wide knowledge and experience with others is commendable. Elmer has led the way in implementing current TSA procedures for cleaning and disinfecting the workspace on a daily basis to improve his own safety and that of his coworkers. He values a uniformly high level of security and incorporates that into his positive attitude and effectiveness as a team player. For this, as well as his work ethic and commitment, he is respected by both his peers and leadership. Congratulations to TSO Elmer Dongan and his receipt of TSA's Core Values Award. Congratulations. Right. Our next recipient for Core Values is LTSO Diane Duffy. LTSO Diane Duffy is a true blue example of all top TSA employee qualities, demonstrating the utmost respect to all passengers and fellow employees alike while maintaining a true command presence and professional demeanor. Her methodical, detailed, and rational approach to screening challenges reflects a high standard of commitment to security while respecting the needs of the individual. Diane is often a step ahead, performing duties before being asked. She assembles break logs and rotations in advance to ensure fairness, steps into a rotation to accommodate regular or restroom breaks, performs maintenance tasks, money collection, lost and found, daily briefings, and data collection and entry. A true team player, Diane respects others by not assigning tasks she isn't willing to do herself. LTSO Diane Duffy is a true role model of TSA's core values and all other LTSOs to follow. Congratulations to LTSO Diane Duffy. Diane is here in spirit. Okay. All right, our next Core Values Award recipient is LTSO Jennifer Zuniga. LTSO Jennifer Zuniga exemplifies TSA's core values of integrity, respect, and commitment as a member of the Atlas team and chairperson for the SAN Employee Advisory Committee. LTSO Zuniga's leadership and commitment to the work of the EAC has helped create an environment of collaboration, honest exchange of ideas, and mutual respect, helping the EAC to focus on issues that support our people and promote more open communication among team members. She presents issues and concerns honestly and without bias or personal agenda, all examples of integrity. LTSO Zuniga conducts herself with professionalism, courtesy, and tact, and works to create an environment of respect through her actions and the initiatives she presents to the EAC. She also supports the greater TSA mission by consistently performing at a very high level, setting an example for all the officers who support our Atlas operations. LTSO Zuniga, congratulations on 2020 Core Values Award. I'd like to now turn the mic over to AFSDI Bill Parton.
Good morning, everyone. What I'd like to do is present the next award of core values to Danny Phillips. So much so does he represent core values that he's not here today. He's out on the southwest border, part of the DHS initiative. And so I'll read what he's done, though, to achieve this award. TSA Danny Phillips is an integral part of the San Diego surface team, and due to his dedication, he enabled the team to complete the highest number of transportation worker identification card inspections in our region. Additionally, he maintained a perfect record of baseline assessment for security enhancement submission approvals by TSA headquarters by completing thorough and error-free reports. Due to TSI Phillips' vast pipeline security knowledge and as a member of TSA's pipeline security assessment team, he provided detailed personnel briefings regarding pipeline security awareness. TSI Phillips, committed to the San Diego Compliance Organization, was shown by his support as a duty TSI, responding to security incidents and completing timely reports. Additionally, he was instrumental in coordinating the TSA headquarters initiated intermodal security training and exercise program. I've done the favor of not reading all these abbreviations all through there for you because there's a lot of them, resulting in the attendance of several aviation and surface stakeholders. TSI Phillips was selected as a Region 5 Surface TSI of the quarter during Q3 last year and exemplifies TSA's core values. Congratulations to TSI Phillips.
Okay.
Never mind the strings behind the sign.
All right. Commitment to Leadership Award. This award recognizes rising leaders who make significant contributions in providing leadership and direction for federal transportation security. The individual receiving this award exhibits excellent leadership skills with a drive, focus, and determination to realize the vision and the highest ideals of the agency. So, this individual embodies operational excellence through his leadership of SAND safety program, along with ongoing duties as a supervisor. Keeping our workforce safe is not only a cornerstone of a leader's commitment to their people, but also makes financial and operational sense in order to avoid unnecessary injuries, claims, and equipment downtime. This individual has been at the forefront of identifying potential safety issues and chasing down resolution before they happen by being creative and providing reasonable and practical solutions. This individual also exemplifies entrepreneurship by stepping out of the box to temporarily fill in for program management of TSA assets. He went beyond simply verifying required assets for an audit by identifying non-capitalized surplus items throughout TSA and establishing a plan to deploy and dispose them appropriately. The result was a reduction in the size of the boneyard pile, everybody knows what that is, as well as a redeployment of needed tables and other equipment to screening zones. These are all the types of actions that not only benefit TSA at large, but contribute to a positive work environment and a culture that employees appreciate. Please congratulate STSO Owen Casey for the Commitment to Leadership Award. Now, and Katie, you're going to introduce the team.
So, under the category of Team Award, this award recognizes employees who participated in a group or team concept and provided exceptional performance that resulted in the improvement, reinvention, or re-engineering in practice, operations, and customer service. Groups who effectively work together as a unit to achieve shared objectives or mission. This year we have 3 team awards. I will present the first, Jill Olin will present the second, and Paul Leonard will present the last. This award is for the moving team. After an unexpected relocation of the Liberty Station office and training departments that took place during the COVID-19 pandemic, this group of team members worked together to ensure that the TSA San Diego offices were able to continue operations seamlessly during a large-scale move. They quickly devised a plan to move, set up,
Attention the boarding area. If you have left behind your duffel bag, please return to the security checkpoint to claim it. If you no longer have your duffel bag, come back and claim it.
I do not have my duffel bag. But I can't claim it. They quickly devised a plan to move, set up, and dispose of the office and training space contents when TSA headquarters did not have the resources available to complete these tasks. Some officers responded on a very short notice to assist by moving chairs and desks and removing the cubicles of the old office space. They were instrumental in meeting the hard deadline set by building management. Team members not only moved furniture and the contents of office and training spaces, but they also secured shelving and filing cabinets to the wall for earthquake safety and tore down other cubicles and furniture for disposal. Their hard work and ingenuity saved our office and the government over $6,000 in disposal costs alone. Others worked countlessly hours setting up the new offices and training space so that when people moved in, they were ready for operations. The quick response to our need illustrates the team at San Diego, exemplifies our core value of integrity, respect, and commitment to the TSA mission. We want to give a special thanks to STSI Joe Lucera, who was able to quickly find a local charity that was in need of office chairs and furniture when the government surplus furniture office was not able to assist us in removing the contents of the office space due to COVID-19 restrictions. The charity was able to take 14 truckloads of furniture to benefit Urban Core of San Diego County, whose mission is to provide young adults ages 18 to 26 with the tools to expand their career opportunities through education, life skills training, and paid work experience on projects that benefit our community. Urban Core's unique work learning program allows youth to finish high school while earning a paycheck, living real-world jobs, learning real-world job skills, and providing back to the community through professional services. And that was, the team members of this are a long list, but they start with Danny Phillips, Winnie, I'm not even trying to say Winnie's last name, Renzel Anderson, Jill Lucera, Dave Popworth, Lorraine Rodriguez, Mari Mosega, I should know her name, Megan Flores, I got that one, Brian Yoshimitsu, I hope I got that right, Nicholas Hernandez, Giorgio Dalmundo, Maynard Sahagan, Emilio Sinlo, Sergio Zapata, Ernest Salas, and Brian Bright. And there are other members of the team too that did things here and there, but those were the ones that we, those are the ones that did a primary, but I know I forgot people, and I know people did went the extra way to help us move, but it was a huge project, and really Danny led the way in trying to organize everyone, and he did it on his own in the middle of the night, because that's when we found out that a lot of things were not working, and he was here as the duty officer. So we'd like Joe Lucera to come up and accept the award for the team. For the team award will be Jill.
Thank you. This last year threw a number of curveballs by us, as by way of COVID-19 and the new administrative complexities presented to us by the pandemic. To name a few: continued staffing shortages, new policies and procedures to administer on short notice, complicated transition to several new databases and applications, and challenging fiscal conditions. Payroll and finance had completely new rules and systems to navigate. With flexibility, determination, and resilience, the administrative team maintained a focus and was able to continue providing TSA, SAN, and IPL with effective and timely support with team members, all of the team members, tasked with special duties beyond their normal workload. And they processed 65% jump in the number of 1140 forms and created a TSA SAN HR SharePoint for the use of all employees. On top of all of that, the team sent out more than 760 federal emergency response official letters to the members of the workforce, hosted a virtual health fair, organized flu shots at the airport, led the Fed Feeds Families effort and the combined federal campaign, successfully and timely completed 100% site of badge exchange, earnestly fought for adequate personal protective equipment while supplies were short nationally, and maintained a supply of consumables sufficient to support our security screening process. The team members for mission support include Karina Castro, Katie Douglas, Ari Miller, Leilani Clayton, Allison Berry, Enrique Sosa, Mari Mosega, Roxanne Fuentes, Kirk Sugars, and Jamie Bonello. And so if Kirk Sugars and Roxy Fuentes would please come up and accept the award for the team. Thank you so much for a job very, very well done. Leonard.
Okay. One of the hallmarks of a great team is resilience, support for the other and the mission, and the ability to innovate to overcome challenges. The SAND training team was all of that and more in 2020. The COVID pandemic resulted in disruption to our workforce, both personally and professionally. One of the great challenges was how to continue training while maintaining a safe environment. SAND was an early adopter of new virtual training options, forcing training in the workforce to immediately adapt to a new normal for instruction. Training team members stepped up and came into the workplace to train when most other of our team members were granted extensive weather and safety leave. They showed tremendous flexibility in their work schedules, adapted to new training methods and requirements, and the efforts resulted in the SAND team completing the national training plan ahead of deadline. The training team also rose to the challenge to provide return to duty training for over 100 officers over a very short time after high weather and safety leave. Other accomplishments included the rollout of new CT and CAT equipment, catching up with OSARP training for 30 baggage officers, endless safety and PPE training requirements, ELSO, ARC, ESSO, and more. A lot of E's in there, huh? Accepting the award for the training team and all their accomplishments, Lori and Sean, would you come up, please? So Sean and Lori are representing the entire training team. Cesar Gallego, Mary Garcia, Crystal Sanchez, Andres Lozano, Keith Dean, Joshua Morgan, Elizabeth Valdez, April Daniel, Jennifer Abundez, Mike Tully, Leonard Gonzalez, Tempest Allen, Sheila Avila, Larry Cruz, Daryl Alida, Jennifer Louie, Marcus O'Neill, Mariah Talan, Arlene Villanueva, Owen Corpuz, William Haber, Matthew Moen, and Fernando Suarez. Thank you all. Great work. Now I'd like to turn the mic over to AFSDI Bill Park.
This next award is about the unsung hero. This award recognizes the non-supervisory employee who showcases outstanding performance in administrative and technical support. Awardees in this category make positive behind-the-scenes contributions to the mission of the organization. They are people who are considered a quiet but steady presence in the organization and might otherwise go unrecognized. There are a total of 6 recipients in this category. The first awards will be awarded by me. After this will be the Assistant Federal Security Director for Mission Support, Jill Olin, and then Assistant Federal Security Director for Screening, Mr. Paul Leonard. The first Unsung Hero Award goes to TSI David Papworth. TSA's Security Enhancement through Assessment, or CETA program, supports the administrator's intent, which is part of DHS's national strategy for performing risk mitigation. TSI Papworth's dedication to TSA's mission resulted in 2 successful Phase 1 initial CETA operations being completed that identified several security weaknesses and vulnerabilities at 2 separate locations over the course of several days. As part of Phase 2, he presented his findings via security briefings to both entities' executive leadership. This allowed them to establish a true security posture baseline and take appropriate steps to mitigate terrorist or criminal threats by establishing security layers. By saving a top 10 transit agency from having to hire consultants to perform the task, TSA Papworth secured future CETA participation with other local entities. Additionally, they can now instead use the funds to make the necessary security changes. In the future, TSI Papworth will conduct a Phase 3 follow-up to validate whether the identified security weaknesses and vulnerabilities have been successfully mitigated. Way to go, TSI Papworth. The next Unsung Hero Award goes to TSI Winnie Soipong. She is not here today. As part of this unsung hero, she is behind the scenes, hard at work, off airport, doing inspections. TSI Soy Kong participated and excelled in many visible and behind-the-scenes activities that have benefited the agency, as well as San Diego's compliance activity. After completion of TSI training, a portion of which was held via WebEx, online virtually due to the pandemic, she helped fellow TSIs with organizing outcome-focused compliance action plan meetings and an aviation security tabletop exercise for one of San Diego's spoke airports. Additionally, TSI Soy Kong was selected to participate in the TSA headquarters pilot program to complete the Special Enforcement Processing Office and the Notice of Violation program. This resulted in her selection as San Diego's representative on that team. She improved both the San Diego Compliance Inspection Outreach Compliance and Enforcement Investigative Report Tracking tools by eliminating redundancy and improving flow of information. Her record of achievement reflects her commitment to TSA's core values of integrity, respect, and commitment, and makes her an unsung hero. Thank you. The next presenting for the unsung hero is AFSDI Joe Owen.
We're such a team, we interchange at what AFSDIs we are. I'm actually the AFSD for mission support. But that's okay. I would like to present the Unsung Hero Award for Administrative Assistant Karina Castro, who is not in attendance today. Karina Castro is a critical force behind the scenes for security operations. She serves as a purchase card holder for ordering supplies and services, is a SIDA badge signatory, and coordinates travel, among other administrative related items. What makes her such an unsung hero is her subject matter expertise, work ethic, and tireless dedication to duty in order to excel at the level of service and support that we demand from our employees. Not only is Karina consistently at the top of her game, making sure all purchase card transactions are done correctly and on time, she routinely goes above and beyond to support the canine needs, especially during off-hour emergencies. As one of our local travel POCs, Karina patiently spends countless hours with employees navigating the complexities and system problems associated with Concur. Everywhere she goes, Karina brings a light and friendly smile, selflessness, a contagious enthusiasm, and is an unsung hero. Our next unsung hero is absolutely no doubt unsung. The things she does behind the scenes, can't even bring them all up. We don't have enough time. But Human Resources Assistant Mari Mosega. Mari was absolutely key in managing the early requests for weather and safety leave from the entire workforce. At the same time, she stepped in to assist in filling a sudden vacancy on the HR team in the areas of workers' compensation, limited and light duty, reasonable accommodation, and others by actively learning a wide variety of programs in a short time. She also took over responsibility for administrative purchases and stepped in to provide backup coverage for the recent loss of 2 other purchase card holders. In addition to all of this, Mari has continued to provide excellent coverage in her own HR program areas. Throughout the last year, Mari has been flexible to the agency's needs, as well as the many adjustments within the HR team. She has been an extremely valuable resource to our entire organization, often volunteering to handle projects which need coverage. She brings a level of maturity and acumen to her work and excels in customer service. Please join me in recognizing Mari. And now let me turn it over to the real AFSD for screening, Paul Leonard.
Okay. Our next unsung hero, serves as the Network Information Officer Program Coordinator and the FSD's designee for the program from 2013 to 2020. The NIO program is an important conduit for TSOs to receive intelligence-related information to share with their network of peers. This TSO helped draft local NIO policy and recruited, interviewed, and trained NIOs and program coordinators. He sought outside training opportunities for our NIOs, resulting in dozens of officers completing anti-terrorism training programs taught by the FBI, DHS, and Fusion Center staff. He then mentored officers as they delivered hundreds of briefings to coworkers, providing motivation and enhanced awareness of indicators. On multiple occasions, he reported suspicious activities, clearly articulating why they exceeded the threshold for routine occurrences, and several of the reports were followed up by the Joint Terrorism Task Force. The individual's performance coordinating the SAN NIO program for 7 years shows the highest level of diligence, perseverance, and devotion to duty. Please congratulate our unsung hero, Patrick Ardillo. Patrick is not with us today, but we will make sure he gets his award. Our next unsung hero is reliable, persevering, and can be counted on to consistently get the job done with minimal supervision. She excels in all operational duties, but is also a go-to resource for administrative and operational support, especially in coaching and mentoring officers on equipment functionality. This officer not only steps in and assists when breaks and lunches are needed at the checkpoint, but performs as lead officer, overseeing a whole mod set. She reports incidents and issues as they arise at the checkpoint, not just at the checkpoint, but is confident in articulating, reporting information to the Coordination Center. This officer shows initiative by providing national shift briefs while providing additional input with COVID-related information and reminders. Our unsung hero and TSO makes a huge difference and impact on our operation here at SAN. Please join me in congratulating Liliana Dominguez as our unsung hero. Excellent. Okay, I'd like to turn the mic over now to AFSD Mission Support, Jill Olin.
I'd like to now introduce the Employee of the Year Awards. These awards recognize employees who work to achieve the highest level of performance in their duties. They recognize the extraordinary contributions made by the employees in promoting the transportation security mission and TSA strategy. The contributions of these employees demonstrate the utmost integrity and professionalism while adding value to DHS, TSA, stakeholders, and to their positions. We will begin this category with the Mission Support Employee of the Year, which will be presented by me. Our Mission Support awardee is not here today, but we did have a small ceremony for him yesterday, and he was very surprised. It was TSO Enrique Sosa. He's not here with us today, but please give me a moment to read the exemplary activities that made this award possible for him. Throughout 2020, TSO Enrique Sosa has been the acting lead timekeeper for SAN IPL. He has had a long list of taskings that included items that used to occur few and far between. TSA Sosa has scheduled the payroll team to ensure adequate coverage of
Attention in the
time.
boarding area gates 3 through 10. If you're missing your brown duffel bag, please return to TSA to come.
Coverage of the timekeeping duties and office staffing. He provided support to screening operations by scheduling and facilitating return to duty training and checkpoint baggage screening shifts, trained newly appointed payroll team members, and on all pay-related policies and, electronic timekeeping systems, audited time cards of all entry employees organized and maintained all pertinent payroll documentation, tracked and documented all missing payroll documentation at the end of each pay period, ensured accurate and timely data entry, responded to payroll inquiries, and provided guidance and oversight to his teammates in his tasks. In essence, he made sure that we all got paid. TSSO's dedication to TSA's mission and workforce is reflected in every one of these tasks, and they are performed with the utmost respect, clarity, and accuracy. Working during the pandemic, he did not shy away from tackling complex and difficult problems or assignments, including effectively facilitating a seamless transition for the payroll team to the new work location. And all of this in aid of allowing our entire San Diego IPL team to focus on its mission. He is the Mission Support Employee of the Year, and he has demonstrated such quality performance that I recently hired him to the HR staff. So, thank you, Enrique. And now I will turn it over to AFSDI Bill Parton.
Continuing on to an Employee of the Year. Now we have the Transportation Security Inspector of the Year. Mr. TSI Dennis Clark. Some of the events for the year. Due to an unforeseen staffing shortage in 2020, TSI Dennis Clark took the initiative and after collaborating with the cargo team, developed a revised cargo inspection plan. As a result, the work plan was 100% completed. He personally completed several insider threat mitigation security inspections and other work plan requirements. In addition, as dual mode certified in cargo and aviation, TSI Clark was instrumental in assisting fellow aviation TSIs in conducting aviation-related inspections. When 2 new aviation TSIs were taking the TSI basic course, TSI Clark helped prepare, mentor, and coach them. He also coordinated with the new TSIs to participate in the San Diego Area of Responsibility cargo familiarization and some cargo-related inspections. In other areas, TSI Clark planned, coordinated, and developed a local insider threat special emphasis inspection plan focused on the discovery of a suspicious package and reporting requirements. Additionally, he serves as the compliance records management point of contact as records are marked, stored, and shipped in accordance with TSA directives. Please congratulate TSI of the Year, Dennis Clark. And now, in the interest of attention to detail, the next presenter is AFSD screening Paul Linder.
I'm going to try not to leave this up here again. Okay, so our next recipient is TSS of the Year. This TSSE has consistently performed at the highest level and is dedicated to supporting TSA's mission at SAN. Using his expert knowledge, training, and experience, he provided countless hours of individualized training in the areas of IEDs, explosives, and prohibited items to the screening workforce on realistic threat items. He took initiative in creating training modules that addressed deficiencies identified in FET and Red Team testing. This TSSE responded rapidly to numerous incidents for advanced alarm resolution. In one case, he discovered a significant amount of illicit drugs that were artfully concealed. The items could have easily been overlooked or could have been a real threat item. His problem-solving abilities and attention to detail have continuously proven that this TSSE demonstrates the highest caliber of sound judgment and technical acumen, and he has a perfect record in Red Team testing. That's really significant. This TSSE has proved to be a force multiplier in negating threats to both passenger and property at the TSA San Airport. Please congratulate TSSE of the Year, Brandon Powell. settle in. Got a lot of awesome people we're going to recognize right now. Okay, originally selected as our TSO of the quarter for quarter 2 of 2020, this TSO is selected as the SAN TSO of the year. Her knowledge of screening and risk-based security procedures along with implementing of EAPS procedures puts this TSO in the top echelon of TSOs. This TSO has proven to be a flexible player who is willing to take on any challenge. Her devotion to duty and mission accomplishment comes first, and our TSO understands the need to remain flexible and responsive to various situations that arise in our fast-moving environment. She builds on teamwork and encourages discussion so that all can gain a better understanding of the myriad of ongoing changes. As a committed, trusted, and inspiring peer, this officer seek her out for guidance and counsel. This TSO's approach not only helps morale, but also allows the passengers to have confidence in our organization and builds trust in our security. As a trained passenger support specialist, she works to teach the team the same skills so that all coming through the checkpoint experience world-class customer service. Please join me in congratulating our TSO of the Year, Danette Armenta. Okay, so our IPL Employee of the Year, I'm hoping that he dialed in. He was unable to make the drive out here today, but hopefully he's with us so he can hear the great accomplishments that he's being recognized for this year. So our TSO of the Year Employee of Imperial County is Ruben Gonzalez. Big round of applause for Ruben. TSO Gonzalez has been with TSA for over 10 years and is consistent, dependable, and accurate in carrying out his varied responsibilities at IPL. All IPL officers are dual function, but TSO Gonzalez is also directly responsible for maintaining the IPL Atlas Countermeasures Program, ensuring that they meet Atlas daily goals, updating information, and completing the online tracker. TSO Gonzalez is also responsible for maintaining IPL Hazardous Material Program. As an alternate EMC, he ensures hazmat is properly disposed of, documentation is completed, and maintains hazmat collection control. TSO Gonzalez's customer service skills are exemplary. He is quick to assist passengers in need and handle situations in a calm, objective manner. He is also quick to assist his coworkers and leadership. Please help me congratulate TSO Ruben Gonzalez as the IPL TSA Employee of the Year. Next, we have LTSO of the Year. This LTSO has proven to be a leader by example through his interactions with fellow officers, LTSOs, and management. He has fostered a thriving working environment built on integrity, respect, and teamwork for the core values of TSA. Bill has never failed to arrive early, making sure staffing rotations are ready as well as calibrations and other duties to ensure success for the day. Understanding the importance of team spirit and leading by example, this LTSO, not giving up yet, is ready and willing to assist others in need, never hesitating to respond to any request by management, fellow peers, and officers. He has also gained respect by building rapport with officers through positive action and frequent recognition. In his 17 years of service with DHS, this TSO utilizes his experience in working well in high-pressure situations to make sound decisions without compromising safety or integrity. He has remained committed to the mission each day and has a huge positive impact on the workforce. Please join me in congratulating our LTSO of the Year, William Addenbrook. STSO of the Year. This STSO is a key player at TSA San Diego. As a decisive, understanding, and proactive leader, she manages with efficiency, creativity, and a base of knowledge that has made her a baggage screening subject matter expert and supervisor of one of the most complex and hectic operations at the airport. Her knowledge is...
Attention, Timothy William CV, please return in TSA for left property.
Her knowledge of the screening SOPs, tactical response plans, and administrative actions is respected, and her guidance and example for officers is enviable. As a leader, this STSO is accountable for her own and her team's actions. Her sound decision-making capabilities allow her to see things through and ensure timely completion of tasks. She is also a true and committed team builder. People are drawn to work with this STSO and her naturally incisive or inclusive leadership style. She builds a culture of let's get the job done and willing teammates, which helps her to develop a strong sense of commitment in public service. She welcomes debate that fosters positive thinking and more inspired workforce. This STSO builds trust because she can be trusted. She understands that respect is a two-way street, truly respects the mission that our officers undertake each and every day. Please join me in congratulating Jennifer Hardy as our STSO. Okay, TSM of the year. Since February of 2020, this TSM has shouldered a major part of the TSA San Diego employee response to COVID-19. She has had to advise and track employees infected with the virus and work to identify those who came in contact with the employee through contact tracing. Once identified, she led the communications around advising and tracking those officers as well. COVID has been a 24/7 problem, and this TSM has been available to both officers and managers by responding to phone calls and email. She's worked closely with supervisors and managers to update staffing so that adjustments could be made in a timely manner to meet ongoing mission requirements. In addition to her outstanding work, she maintained the attendance office workload, ensuring officers are held accountable for their attendance in a fair and equitable manner. This TSM stepped up to the plate and has gone above in managing the regular workload combined with the weight of COVID added workload. So please join me in congratulating Sandra Boyd as our TSM. Turn the podium, not the mic, the podium, over to FSD Con.
Thank you so much for joining us today and helping us recognize our fellow officers and our team at the great work that they did. I think that we have had a great, successful operation despite COVID, and that everyone worked very hard to make it still a good place to work and still get our mission done. We are lucky to have all of the members of our team and are grateful for their contributions to our critical mission. So thank you again. As we used to do, we used to have food and we used to have our favorite dip and everybody got to chat with each other. Unfortunately, we can't do that this time, but please make sure you congratulate each other and that you are looking in the either online to see what we post on the app and get some pictures so that your fellow officers know that you contributed greatly to our mission. And again, thank you so much for coming, and thank you all for helping out do the presentations, and thank you for the teams that made this possible.